Learning to effectively portion your meals without relying on weighing or measuring starts with one key skill: awareness, which counterintuitively starts with your kitchen scales, but we're using them intentionally for a short time to calibrate your ability to visually estimate your servings for the long term and understand the key factor that will distort visual portions, which is nutrient density. So what I suggest people do is cover the window on their scales, serve their normal amount of each food in a meal, and check how close that is to their actual needs. Over time, you can then adjust your habits to align with your requirements. Now, this next bit is the learning. So stick with me. You won't get it immediately, but it's a new skill and that's normal. I've then linked a downloadable PDF for how to transition this into daily life in the simplest of ways using your hand as a visual guide. So let's start with 2 carbs. And here we're going to be looking at carb to fiber ratios. We've got 100 grams each of cooked white rice and cooked potatoes. The rice is 28 grams of carbs and less than a gram of fiber, whereas the potatoes are 17 grams of carbs and 2 grams of fiber. 100 grams of potatoes is also a lot more than rice in terms of volume. So what you can now see is this serving of potatoes will give me this much carb and this much fullness, whereas visually a lot smaller amount of rice will give me more carbs that are faster release. Now, neither is better or worse. You just tweak to what you need depending on your activity level and goals. With animal proteins, it's the fat to protein ratio that's important, and I'll go into the nuance around plant proteins another day to avoid overcomplicating things right now. So 100 grams of grilled chicken breast is around 31 grams of protein and 3.5 grams of fat, whereas 100 grams of grilled salmon is around 25 grams of protein but 13 grams of fat. So salmon is lower protein and higher fat, which adjusts visual portions to achieve your protein needs, but also how you'd serve the meal to keep it balanced. Chicken would need avocado, pesto, nuts, olive oil, or another fat source in that meal to ensure satiety, whereas salmon wouldn't. You can pull up quick tables of these macro splits for all foods if you just Google them. But the idea is as you practice this, you can then transition to hand-based visual cues for portioning, or just accurately estimate from, say, spoonfuls of something or the relative amount of something in a bowl, like if you were always serving yogurt into the same bowl. Over time, it's not just the quantity of food you'll learn to gauge, but also which combinations work best at different times of day, depending on your metabolism, hormone status, and activity. If you want me to expand on that, let me know in the comments. But ultimately, we're looking to get to a stage where portioning becomes automatic, which happens when you combine visual estimation, nutrient awareness, and your own body's feedback. Then it's not about how much I should have of this. It's about how much I need of this today.